Kadyn Proctor left Alabama when Nick Saban retired, went back to Iowa. And then in a stunner, he's entering the transfer portal, and he's coming back to Tuscaloosa. Alabama gets the freshman All-American offensive lineman back. That's huge news. Talking about the O-line, Seth McLaughlin, former center, transferred to Ohio State, and his coach Ryan Day says his snap issues were Jalen Milroe's fault. We're going to talk about that. Bama's Pro Day on television. You can watch it. And Mark Sears and Bama basketball in the tournament. He's a second-team All-American, and some huge visitors coming to Tuscaloosa over the weekend as Coach DeBoer continues to grind in the recruiting game. All that right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. That is a way of saying roll tide. And here's your invitation to the party. Let's get this thing started, and let's get it started the only way that we know how. What do you say? What do you say, everyone? And roll tide. We got a great show for you today. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. I'm at Broadcaster Mick, and then you look over and you see the man, the myth, the legend himself, big sexy Elmo from WJLX at Brett Elmore Show. He does it every single weekday morning on WJLX in beautiful Walker County, Alabama, brought to you by Sunny Buns Nudist Colony in Slate Creek, Alabama. There he is, Brett Elmore.
That's right. Roll Tide, Mick. Surprise, surprise. We have a guy coming back.
It is crazy. I mean, really, really crazy that Kadyn Proctor is back. I mean, this was one of the guys who transferred that really hurt. It was him and Caleb Downs that left that you felt like you wanted to puke. And now he's back. Can you believe this?
No, this is really odd, but they're calling this a massive win for Caleb DeBoer and his staff. Yeah, he goes to a basketball game. He's like, yeah, they call me up. No, the only thing he left Iowa with is a level 3 NCAA violation. That's the only thing he did for Iowa. And now he's back. It looks like coming to Tuscaloosa again. And, hey, welcome back aboard. All SEC first team selection. Definitely going to be a major help on the offensive line.
Yeah, former 5-star. We watched him struggle at the beginning of last season and then started to figure it out. He's a big guy, 6'7", 360 pounds. You mentioned it, freshman All-American. He was on the SEC all-freshman team. And this was big. I mean, maybe Caleb Downs can follow suit. That would be great, but good to see him back. And it goes to show you that the sky wasn't falling when Nick Saban retired. Things were changing, but I'm sure he was watching all the fun that those guys were having and said, I can't let these guys have fun without me.
Yeah, 25 players transferred out. It felt like the sky was falling and everything, and now the portal opens back up here in a few days, I guess, and April 15th, and
yeah,
and like I say, surprise, surprise, he's coming back, and yeah, I guess he probably just had a moment where he thought, God, what a stupid move. And they're going to welcome him back, I guess, with open arms. Just like nothing ever happened.
No, just come on back in. Like nothing happened. But yeah, so they lost J.C. Latham, who's going in the NFL draft, and then Seth McLaughlin was the center that couldn't snap the ball. And that leads us to the next part of the show, Brett, and that is Ryan Day. And it didn't call out Jalen Milroe, but blamed Seth McLaughlin's bad snap issues on the cadence, which is from the quarterback. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe they weren't on the same page and stuff like that, but at the same time, I don't even know how you could blame it on the cadence when the cadence wasn't even barked on some of those snaps. Like he wasn't even in a cadence situation. He was just looking around and the ball would come over his head or roll.
Yeah,
But I don't know, whatever.
It's hard to wrap my big head around this. I don't understand where he's coming from, or I don't think it was because of Milroe's cadences. I mean, it happened all season long.
Yeah, right.
I mean, from the beginning to the end,
yeah,
the very end. No, I don't see that. And Ryan Day's just grasping for straws.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully both guys have a great year.
Yeah, sure.
For Seth McLaughlin to have a bad year, but I'm also excited about the options that Alabama has with Brockermeyer and Brailsford on the offensive line. I mean,
no, not me. Yeah. I hope he snaps that ball 15 yards behind the quarterback's head in the opening game.
You're ready for a lot. You're ready to you want the same thing that we got.
Yeah, so what that sending bad juju right now.
But not Juju Lewis.
No, not him.
Good Juju.
We need him.
Yeah, we need him. 5-star. All right. Brett, we got before we get to Alabama's pro day, this is going to be, as practice continues to go, so many major recruits, and we talk about that every show, are coming to Tuscaloosa, and we were talking off the air. It's just going to be a big party of blue chip talent.
Yeah, I think we're going to talk about this a little bit more on tomorrow's show, but so it's supposed to be another big weekend. We've got number 2 running back A.K. Deer coming in. One of the top.
He runs like a deer?
Probably so.
Mm-hmm.
More like a gazelle.
Mm-hmm.
So, but one of the top offensive tackles in David Sanders, a linebacker coming to visit, Ty Jackson. So another big weekend is ahead for the Tide, and that's something we'll get into tomorrow and kind of look at what's going on there. But yeah, the DeBoer train keeps rolling.
It does, baby. The DeBoer train. And tomorrow you got Alabama Pro Day, and you can watch this. How about the SEC and the NFL Network from 10:30 to 1? But what can people expect with this Alabama Pro Day?
Well, if you're up early watching this, you could tune in this morning about 10:30, and you have a whole afternoon worth of entertainment. 10:30 to 1 on the SEC Network and NFL Network today. Early going, the height, the weight, 10:15, they'll do the be on the bench, and then 10:30 vertical jump, broad jump. 11:15 they'll run the 40. Agility drills at 11:45, and at noon position drills. And so you'll get to see some of these draft eligible players. I think we got 12 going to be participating. Yeah, 12 will be participating, including, Arnold and Braswell, Burton, J.C. Latham will be there, Kool-Aid, Dallas Turner, Will Reichert.
Crazy.
So several players participating today in the Hank Crisp Center. So flip it on if you looking for something to watch. It comes on at 10:30 until 1 o'clock. You might have to miss half of The Price is Right, but you can still get it. You can still turn it on at 10:30.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's going to be fun, and that is today at 10:30. One thing that we're really looking forward to is the NCAA basketball tournament. Bama's a 4 seed, and everyone's picking against Alabama. They're the team that everyone thinks is going to lose to Charleston. No one believes in Alabama. I think they need Rylan Griffin to get back. He's got to be healthy. Obviously he hasn't been. Reitzel's got to be ready to go. you just wonder, like, is this team going to have enough? But one thing that they will have is Mark Sears, who was selected as a second-team All-American. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, second year in a row this has happened. Brandon Miller in 2023, and the third player to be named to the All-American team under Coach Oates, which says a lot for him and that pay raise. But some notes for Sears. I mean, one of 3 SEC players named to the team. That's tied for the most, the Big East, by any conference in the country. Tied up with the Big East. 2024 first team All SEC selection. He's on the Wooden Award ballot. Just a great player and much deserved. But all these honors are they're great, but that needs to translate to the court. And it'd be nice to make a decent run in this tournament. And we'll just see what happens. Like you say, a lot of folks are betting against the Tide, and maybe they could use that as some motivation. They're going to have to find some motivation somewhere because it's do or die. It's win or go home. This is it.
Yeah, it is. And when you fill out those basketball brackets, I'm going to take Alabama to win the whole thing.
I do every year, even though we're not in the tournament sometimes.
Realistically, though, if you were doing it, how far can this team go?
Oh, I think they can. How far can they go? I think they could go to the Final Four if they play a little defense and their shooting's on like it should be. But realistically, I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to say Sweet 16.
Sweet 16. So they got to the Sweet 16 last year, and obviously they lost to a team that got to the finals, right? San Diego. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. But I like college teams when they're motivated, and Alabama can score a lot of points, and they have to be motivated. All it's going to take is one game. If they can just get that one game and just forget about everything that happened the last 10 games and do their thing, maybe they could shock the world. Maybe they could be a team like San Diego State last year and surprise everyone.
That's right. I mean, it's going to be someone. Why not us?
Yeah, why not us? All right. This is now out, right? newlifeart.com posted the official picture and the write-up and everything. Man, I just think that this picture, this Daniel Moore print is one of his best, man. The coloring in it, it just captures the moment perfectly. There's other people that do paintings of Alabama, but there's just only one Daniel Moore. And I love this one. Right now, if you use the promo code Bama Tailgate, you get 15% off 4th and 31. But I think this is one of his best, man. It really is one of his best.
It's beautiful. I mean, he's the Bob Ross of Bama football.
Yeah.
He does seriously, no, he does a great job. And this one pops. Colors pop. Love it.
I do too, man. I do too. So anyway, there it is. Don't forget 15% off newlifeart.com when you use the promo code Bama Tailgate. Brett, your show rolling along. What do you got for us? Anything you want to pump before we get out of here?
Well, we got, of course, we're on from 6 till 10. Mick has been on with me, and then yesterday, and probably pop on again today. Who knows? But we're on 6 until 10 Central Time. You can find us at WJLX1015.com. All of the apps, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, of course, the WJLX custom app. You can find that in your app store. So join us. We have a great time. And I got a lot of giveaways coming up. If you live in the Birmingham metro area, some concerts coming up that you would want to see. Even if you don't live in the Birmingham metro area, you probably want to drive. Huh?
I said, you got Hank Jr. tickets, don't you?
Yeah, we got Hank Jr. tickets to give away. It looks like we've got some Aaron Lewis Stained tickets. They're going to be coming around. So got a lot of stuff coming up, including Rock the South. So we got a lot of stuff coming up.
All right. And don't forget our friend Catfish. Even we haven't seen Cat in a while. That doesn't mean that he is gone. It just means that he's busy. And he's busy getting people into homes. He's helped over 10,000 families. He's an investment consultant. He's an Airbnb expert. Got me into my house as well. ChadwickAnderson.com. And tell him that we were talking about him on the show and we were calling him Catfish again. Not Catfish Mortgage. All right. For Brett Elmore, I'm Mick Gillispie. Roll Tide, everybody. If you're not part of what we're doing, like and subscribe and hit that bell so you know when we've got new shows coming. See ya.